Hey there, David here. So today we're going to talk about the ideal time frame to meet your long-term goals. We're going to talk about two principles today. So the first one will be make 18-month time frames to even make a dent in your goals. And then the second one is get to first base first. Okay? So first thing is, according to Peter Drucker, the grandfather of business, business literature, the ideal time frame to do anything that you want to do in terms of planning your goals is to start with 18 months. So Peter Drucker says, if you want to predict the future, create it. And planning is the first function of the management. So the question is not whether or not you should plan your future or not, but how much time you should spend on it. So it's very cool, but basically it's saying you should take a time frame to plan things to become reality. And 18 months is a good time frame for that. Now, 18 months is actually, it might feel like a lot of time, but it actually isn't. And you need at least 18 months sometimes to even make a dent in your long-term planning with what you're trying to do. Now, as to why 18 months, so the reason for that is if you use such a duration, such a length of time, it helps to make sure that your goals are actually properly defined. Your strategies, how you're going to do what you're going to do is developed. Okay, but strategy is super important, and we're going to have more videos to talk about that. And finally, that you're allocating the right resources to do what needs to be done to meet your goals. So this is in the context of business, but it also applies in life. Anything you want to plan, you want to be thorough. And so 18 months is a really good time to get things done. To create a habit itself just takes 66 days on average. So 18 months is just a small dent. Now, you might be thinking that 18 months is a long time. If you think about Warren Buffett, he started in his teens and he didn't become a billionaire until his 50s. So he waited close to 50 years before he became a billionaire. So 18 months is, not that long of a time frame. Now, Bill Gates, on the other hand, never had a day off for 19 years until he became a billionaire. So if Bill Gates have to wait 19 years and Warren Buffett have to wait 50 years to become billionaires, 18 months we can achieve to do what we want to do, and that's a good amount of time. Charlie Munger, on the other hand, Warren Buffett's business partner, would say, one of the quotes he has is, step by step you get ahead, but not necessarily in fast spurts. And so this also shows that good things take time to develop. And now this leads us to the next principle of the day, which is get to the first base first. Now, this is a baseball analogy, but it's really, really cool. And this is said by Warren Buffett himself. So Warren Buffett says that as long as you don't make any major mistakes over the long run, the many first and second bases accumulated over time will still be very valuable and lucrative. So that's a really cool quote. It's a really good analogy to say that little successes, little wins will take you further. And so even you have a lot of 1 and 2s, you don't need to go home run every single time. But eventually they make it to the end, and that's really valuable. And you should think about it like that. Things should be long-term to make changes. Now, to support this, people usually say, aim for the stars and see where you land. But something that's more realistic, and that's probably a better way of doing it, is slow and steady. So don't aim for the star. Aim for something that's realistic, but it's not impossible to achieve, and so that you can achieve little things one at a time. So science have shown that successful people, they're internally hardwired to have more winning dopamine receptors. What this means is they're more likely to feel the effects of the winning dopamine, which gives them more dopamine. And what this does is it snowballs. So it means they're more likely to win, and they're more likely to get little wins, and more and more and more. And when you get more wins, it snowballs, and you're able to get more wins on top of that, and you're more likely to get that. It's like when you feel like you're on a roll, and then the world opens up, your perspective opens, it's the same idea. So what you want to do is you set yourself up for these little wins, more and more and more, and then over time, it will become big wins. But as you get the little wins, you will feel better. And each time you get it, it keeps you going. It's like the little dopamine hit. And you use it to your success, and you're able to get more and more bigger wins over time. But if you go for straight away to, let's say, earn $1 million, you're probably not going to do it. But if you set yourself up for little wins, so you go, okay, I want to earn $100,000. Okay. Maybe before that, you want to go, hey, I want to start earning $1,000. $5,000. Okay, I'm going to up my income to $50,000. Okay, I'm going to up my income again to $75,000. And as you keep getting these little wins, you're more likely to get more and more and more on top of that. So for your homework, think about something you want to plan for. What's a medium-term goal that you want to achieve? and set an 18-month time frame for it and make a plan. Whatever it is. It could be something you want to get better at. It could be a goal that you want to hit. Whatever it is, but set an 18-month time frame. And then that's step 1. Step 2, break it down, okay? Break it down into sizable chunks in ways that you think you can achieve it, okay? So that's the long-term vision, and then start breaking it. What are the little steps you can take that you can do that's achievable, so you can think SMART goals that could really help and that can really get you there. And you break it down these little things, and as you start doing them, okay, each time you do this little thing, you celebrate. Yeah, I've done it. Okay, I've done this little thing. Each time you celebrate, you will train your brain, give yourself more dopamine receptors. In return, you will be able to have more and more wins, and that is really, really cool. And this will set yourself up for success, for bigger and bigger wins. But if you go straight for the home base in the first go, you're going to have a lot of problems. So start hitting the first base again and again, and then from the first you can move to the second base, and try to do something like that over a 18-month time frame. And if you can do this with the patience, you're able to hit a lot of success. So yeah, so thanks a lot, and speak to you soon.